Soon, all that and more as we go. This crew is fired up and ready to go. We thought we might get the best game of the season on Monday night last night. We might have just gotten that. You know who we are. Roll the highlights. Take us to Baltimore. It was a great one last night. Lamar and
We're showing two quarterbacks.
And the Lions. It was about the quarterbacks. First quarter, Ravens down 7-0. Here you go, Jeff. Here comes Derek.
Right up the gut, bends it outside. I think he got 36 yards on his first 3 touches. It didn't look good after that, though.
7-7 after 1. Then second quarter, what a drive. This began inside their own 2, Dominique.
Yeah, they ended up having 2 drives of more than 95 yards. Incredible to push that Ravens.
Let's go!
This one, a 98-yard drive, 10 minutes, 48 seconds, 14-7 Lions. Now on a 4th down, look at the defense, J-Mac.
Exactly, Greeny. You said it, defense. The heck with the offensive line. We got guys out there, Jack Campbell, making a play on 4th down. Not only a turnover, but they go 18 yards in the wrong direction.
But Baltimore would force a 3-and-out. They get it back before they half, and they get the touchdown. Here's Rashad Bateman. It's 14 all at halftime. What a game. Third quarter, same score. Lamar looking to take advantage, and they do. Here's Mark Andrews, corner in the end zone.
Yeah, you find Mark Andrews in that spot. It looks familiar. Lamar Jackson to Mark Andrews is something we've seen before.
Ravens up 21-14, but then here come, Jeff, the tricky Lions.
You gotta love it. Little throwback. Hey, the big play's not there. Check it down. Completion. Just moving in the right direction.
And the very next play, the big play is there. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra is telling the people in Baltimore, I run this thing.
Yeah, he said something like
just
that.
like that.
Tied at 21, but Jeff, this was a night of your dreams. This is David Montgomery for 72.
Between the guards, Greeny, between the guards, we're taking it for 70 right up the gut. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
Later in the drive, we'll switch sides because we go to the 4th quarter. 4th and 1, they always go for it. How great is this play?
Oh, this is a great option play in that situation. I don't think it was actually an option. It was predetermined, but it's an awesome play to draw the defense in, flip it out to give Spinach for the touchdown.
It's not fair.
Their offense, when it's clicking, is the best thing to watch in the sport. Later in the 4th, Ravens down 4. King Henry fumbles again. Second fourth quarter fumble and 10 fourth quarter carries in 3 games this year.
High and tight, baby. Get that thing high and tight.
The first one, look at him. It falls off the bench.
The kids call that a crash out.
Lions kick a field goal. So the Ravens have every chance, but this Lion defense was all over Lamar.
Stymied. Lamar was stymied all day long. It seemed like he couldn't understand the coverage, just holding onto the ball and getting sacked.
Sacked 7 times. Now we go the other way. Lions again going for it on 4th down. Play action. Perfect to St. Brown. Lions 3 for 3 on 4th downs in this game. And the very next play, go ahead, Jeff, take it to the house.
Yeah, this is how we finish him up. Get him inside, break outside, just cruise on in the end zone. Montgomery's padding stats, incentives. Let's make it happen.
151 rushing for David Montgomery. The Ravens would tack on the touchdown at the end, but it was too little too late. The Lions with a statement win. The Ravens, a rare Monday night loss. Week 1 in Green Bay for the Lions looked lost without former offensive coordinator Ben Johnson. It is safe to say they have now figured it out. In their last 2 games, they've scored 90 points. That is their most in a 2-game span since 1962. And they were fired up in the locker room after.
Hey, listen, we did exactly what we said we needed to do. Play complimentary freaking football, man. When we needed it most, every phase picked up the slack, man. That's how you win games against teams like that, man. And now you know what the barometer is like on the AFC.
Ooh. The celebration was very much on last night. Put your feet up. We got a lot of time. I have to start with Jeff. This is the game of your dreams.
Glorious! Once again. You know, when we started the whole shakedown and they had 2 quarterbacks, it breaks my heart that we had to show those 2. They should put a picture of Hank Fraley, the O-line coach for the Detroit Lions, and put him, Honey Buns is his nickname, and put him down in the corner and show how it gets coached and how it gets taught. Because they took it in there and they put a whooping from tackle to tackle all night long. Look at bodies getting moved in and outside of the, I mean, it was a thing of beauty, physicality at its best. And when you talk about Dan Campbell and you talk about a program, organization, whatever you want to call it, it starts with those 5 up front. Mahogany's a left tackle. Tate Ratledge from Georgia. This kid, I mean, they're just bodying.
You just take the whole show.
I should.
Keep going.
I mean,
I'm nervous because the language that you used this morning in the show, as you get excited now, I'm like, Jeff,
I gotta be careful.
We're not in the O-line. We're not in the O-line meeting, man. We're not in the O-line meeting.
They ran the ball for 224
Say it again.
yards, 224 on 34 rushes against just 28 passing plays. And so, Graziano, you sort of sat back in the meeting, took a big picture look at where the Lions are right now.
They're right where they were last year. They lose the coordinators, they lose all those coaches, and people are concerned. Dan Campbell is running a program like this is, and that is why he grooms Kelvin Shepard to eventually be the defensive coordinator when Aaron Glenn inevitably gets his head coach shot. He has these coaches that he has trained, and the expectation is understood throughout the organization. The bigger question, I think, was the interior of that offensive line and the changes they were making there. Well, that's been answered. These guys can obviously handle that. So you have a full steam ahead program with the Detroit Lions that is capable of weathering change because the guy at the top who sets the tone is the same.
So are we to believe that week one is just an aberration? Are we to believe that maybe in that particular spot where the Packers playing at home had just acquired Micah Parsons, that they were walking into a situation no one was going to win in, all is well in Lions land?
I mean, I was concerned that we would underestimate how big this game was, how tough it is to win in Baltimore in a primetime game. I think John Harbaugh is 43-19 in those primetime situations. But not only did they win, they dominated the line of scrimmage, which is something that's really hard to do. I think the Ravens only had one 95-yard drive, like in the history of the organization at home. They had two last night. That's an impressive win for that team.
J-Mac, the Lions defense, this is a team that's I don't want to say this because the Eagles, they earned everything they got last year, but it felt like last year was the Lions' year, and by the end of the year, there's no one left to play defense. Right now, they've got guys, and they're doing a job.
Absolutely, and there's one thing to draw up a good scheme. It's another thing to go out there and actually execute it. And what the Lions were able to do with Lamar Jackson, we got to see them executing at a high level. Here, they're only rushing 3 guys. Everybody else is in coverage. But not only that, you have 2 guys back there that are reading Lamar, then a guy up front that is spying Lamar. So as soon as he goes to take off, they want to close every rushing lane. You're going to see right there for Lamar Jackson down close to the end zone, this is exactly what he wants, to be able to step up. But they're making a one-on-one tackle to get him off of the field. And Nick talked about it. He was confused when he dropped back to see what was going on. It forced him to hold the ball once again. 5-man rush. But even with that 5-man rush, Alex Anzalone has eyes on Lamar Jackson. So as soon as he goes to take off with that huge running lane where he likes to go, there's a linebacker that steps up in his face and doesn't allow it to happen, and now he's being sacked. That was the difference in the game. They covered guys up and they got home and didn't let Lamar take off.
Their rush lane integrity and what he was just showing is impeccable. They're not going to let Lamar get outside, create big plays. They're going to keep him pinned in, push him up, and then to your point, you got to go make the one-on-one tackle. That doesn't always happen, but they made it happen. It's an insanely good thing because that's the truth. Those guys trusted the system and played within it.
One of the hallmarks of this program that Lions are running is the attention to detail and the fact that it carries over into